Good morning, madam. I am Kalyani, TTWRDC Women's Common from 3rd BZC. Today I am here to explain about some main basic topics of botany. First of all, what is botany? What is botany? The study of plants are called botany. And what is plant? The plants are green, living photosynthetic things, and it grows in the earth and it has a stem, leaves, and roots. When etc. Then some plants are land with a particular type of plant or crop. They put plants, seeds, or young trees into the land to grow into a trees. Once again, the put plants, seeds, or young trees into the land, then it grows into a trees. You know who is the father of botany? Yes, Theophrastus was the father of botany. And who is the Indian father of botany? Yes, Dr. William Roxburgh was the Indian father of botany. And who is the father of biology? Yes, Aristotle was the father of biology. Then I will discuss about different types of plants. They are algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. These are the algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, and gymnosperms, and one more, angiosperms. These are different types of plants. This algae is first developed plants. See here, this is the algae. This algae is first developed plants in the land, and angiosperms are well developed plant. This is the angiosperm plants. These are the well developed plants. These algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms, these are categorized into different types. They are cryptogams, phanerogams, atrachophytes, tracheophytes, embryophytes, archegoniates, and spermatophytes. What are cryptogams? You know cryptogams? What are cryptogams? Means the non-flowering plants are called cryptogams. The plants having no flowers is called cryptogams. These are algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes. This is the algae, and these are the bryophytes, and these are the pteridophytes. These three are belongs to the cryptogams, means non-flowering plants. Then phanerogams. What are phanerogams? You know phanerogams? The flowering plants are called phanerogams. These gymnosperms and angiosperms. These remaining gymnosperms and angiosperms are belongs to the phanerogams, means flowering plants. Then atrachophytes. What are atrachophytes? You know what are atrachophytes? Yes, non-vascular plants are called atrachophytes. These algae, bryophytes. These algae and bryophytes, these both are belongs to the non-vascular plants. In these non-vascular plants means vascular system is absent in this algae and bryophytes. Then tracheophytes. What are tracheophytes? Atrachophytes means non-vascular plants. Then tracheophytes means vascular plants. In these vascular plants, vascular system can be seen. These are pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. These three are belongs to the tracheophytes. Then embryophytes. These embryophytes plants belongs to the bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms, except algae. Why? Because this is the first developed plant. There is no well developed character. So in this algae there is no embryo. So only bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. These four only belongs to the embryophytes. Then I will discuss about archegoniates. What is archegoniates? These are female sex organs in this present. These are bryophytes, pteridophytes, and gymnosperms. These three, only what are they? Bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms. These three are belongs to the archegoniates. Then what are spermatophytes? Spermatophytes. You know spermatophytes? These are seeded plants. What are seeded plants? These gymnosperms and angiosperms. These are gymnosperms and angiosperms. These gymnosperms and angiosperms. These angiosperms are belongs to the spermatophytes. Then I will discuss about gametophyte and sporophyte. You know gametophyte and sporophyte? Yes, you know gametophyte and sporophyte. These are gametophyte means gametes are produced. In this gametophyte, gametes are produced. Then sporophyte. In the sporophytes, embryo can develop into a sporophyte. Understand? In these gametophytes, gametes are produced. And sporophyte means embryo can develop into a sporophytic plant. Understand? In this gametophyte is N condition or X condition. Understand? Gametophyte is a N condition or X condition. Why we are called N condition or X condition? Because gametophyte is haploid condition. Then sporophyte is a 2x condition or 2n condition. Why we are called 2x condition or 2n condition? Means sporophyte is a diploid condition. 2x condition or 2n condition, these are called diploid. Sporophyte is a diploid in condition. First, in gametophytes, gametes are produced. These gametes are fused. These are the gametes. Gametes are fused. These are the female and these are the female. These both are fused to form a zygote. This zygote can develop into a embryo can develop into a sporophytic plant. These gametes are N condition, but here the zygote is developed into a embryo is developed into a sporophyte. These are the 2N condition. Gametophyte is haploid condition and sporophyte is diploid condition. Then I will discuss about what is a genome. You know genome? The single set of chromosomes are called genome. In the first of all, the gametophyte stage is reduced to algae to angiosperms. Understand? The gametophyte stage is reduced from the algae to angiosperms. We have algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. These are all there. In this gametophytic stage, here reduced from the algae to angiosperms. Once again, the gametophyte stage is reduced from the algae to angiosperms. Here gametophyte stage is reduced. Then I will discuss about the plants are mainly divided into 4 types based on the plant habitat. Here these are the different types of plants are categorized based on the plant habitat. They are herbs, shrubs, trees, culms. What are they? Herbs, shrubs, trees, culms. What are herbs? These are the herbs. These are small and soft. Then shrubs. What are shrubs? You know shrubs? These are the shrubs. These are woody stem and true trunk is absent. You know, here true trunk is absent. Then trees. Third one is trees. Woody stem, true trunk is present. Here the trees having a woody stem is present and tree trunk is also present. Here trunk is also well developed. And then culms. What are culms? These are having a nodes and internodes are clearly to seen. See here nodes and internodes. Here one node and another node between a internode is present. This is very clearly to see. These are called culms. Then I will discuss about 4 types of plants divided based on the lifespan. 4 types of plants are divided. What are they? Ephemerals, annuals, biennials and perennials. Once again, ephemerals, annuals, biennials and perennial plants. What are ephemerals? These type of plants are living very short period. These are the very short period plants. These are called ephemerals. These are the ephemeral plants. For example, tribulus. These plants are belongs to the ephemerals. Why? Because these plants are living in very short period. Then annulus. Annulus plants are, this type of plants are living 1 year. 1 year plants. For example, rice plants. Then sunflower, rice, etc. Then biennials. What are biennials? The complete life cycle within 2 years. Bi means 2. 2 years. In this, the plants are living. The life cycle is completed in 2 years. These are called biennials. For example, carrot. Here, carrots are seen. So these are called biennials. Then I will discuss about perennial. What are perennials? Perennials are more years the plants can live or the life cycle completed in more than 2 years. For example, mango, tamarind, banyan tree. These are all belongs to the perennial tree, perennial plants. Understand? Perennial plants are more than 2 years. The plant's life cycle can be completed in a more than 2 years. For example, mango, tamarind, banyan tree. These are the mango plant, mango tree. Then I will discuss about plants having a two types of systems. What are they? The plants having a two types of system. These are root system and shoot system. Here, this is the plant. Here, shoot system and root system. In the shoot system having a flowers, leaves, fruits, stems, etc. In this root system we have a roots are present. In this shoot system, once again, stem, branches, leaves, flowers, fruits, buds, seeds, etc. But here in this root system we have a roots. These roots are absorb water and minerals. These are absorb the water and minerals. Then we have a root system. How many types of root system? You know? Yes. Mainly two types of root system is present. What are they? Yes. Taproot system and fibrous root system. This is the fibrous root system. This is the taproot system. Understand? These taproot system are belongs to the dicotyledon plants. This taproot system is belongs to the dicotyledon plants. This is the taproot system. These are belongs to the dicotyledon plants. Then fibrous root system. This is the fibrous root system. These are belongs to the monocotyledon plants. What are monocotyledons? The cotyledons are only single cotyledon is present. These are called monocotyledons. These plants are belongs to the fibrous root system. What are dicotyledons? The cotyledons are two. So then it is called as a dicotyledons. The plants are belongs to the taproot system. For example, monocotyledon plants are paddy. Paddy is belongs to the monocotyledon plants. What are dicotyledon plants? Green gram, red gram. These are all belongs to the dicotyledon plants. These roots are monocotyledon plants having a fibrous roots and dicotyledon plants having a taproot system. Then here this is the taproot system. One main root is present, then some lateral roots are present. This is the taproot system. This is the fibrous root system. Bunch of roots are present. This is the fibrous root system. It can be seen in a rice plants. Then these are the monocot and dicots. Then seed. This is the dicot seed and this is the bean seed. In these seeds we have a embryo. Embryo? Embryo can be seen. This embryo can develop into the seed can develop into a plumule, cotyledons, radicles. This plumule is developed into a, here one seed is present. This seed is developed into a plumule, cotyledons. This is the plumule. This is the cotyledons. This is the radicle. This plumule is developed into a shoot system. Then this cotyledon is developed into a first leaves and this radicle is developed into a root system. Which type of root system? Taproot system, but not in a fibrous root system. Radicle is developed into a taproot in main, but in fibrous root system radicle is degenerated. Understand? In fibrous root system radicle is degenerated. we have another type of roots are also present. What are they? Adventitious roots. These adventitious roots developed from the parts of plant other than the radicle. Other than the radicle, these adventitious roots developed from the plant parts. Understand? Then I will discuss about stem. What is a stem? You know stem? Stem is the mechanical support to the plant. Stem is the mechanical support to the plant. Here we have three types of stems are present. What are they? Aerial, subaerial and underground. Aerial plants. What are aerial stems? They are tendrils, thorns, hooks, pillowclade, cladon and bulbous. You know tendrils? These are, see like this, these are tendrils. And thorns, look like here, thorns. And hooks, these are hooks. Then pillowclade, we can see the open-shea plant like this. This is the pillowclade. And bulbous, here bulbous like this. These are the bulbous. Then we have a subaerial. You know runners, suckers, stolons, offset. These are all belongs to the subaerial. Here this is the aerial plants. These are protecting from this self, and these are the runners, suckers, stolons, offsets. These are all belongs to the subaerial plants. These plants are belongs to the subaerial. Then we have a underground stems. You know underground stem? We have a rhizome, corn, stem tuber, bulb. These are all belongs to the underground stem. These are underground. Here these are all belongs to the underground stems. Then I will discuss about a parts of a leaf. What is a leaf? It is a green photosynthetic gases exchange of leaf. Where it is developed? The leaves are developed from the nodal region. We have a stem. In this stem we have a nodes, internodes are present. This is the node, this is the node. Two nodes are between, the internode is present. Each node having a, the leaves can be developed. This is the leaf. Here the leaves are developed from the nodal region. Axillary bud is developed from the axil of leaf. Here axillary bud, here one axillary bud is present. Where it is present? Axil of leaf. Here axil of leaf is present. Here axillary bud is present. Apical buds are developed into a new plants. These buds can cut and then grow into a new plants. Understand? Buds, and we have a two types of buds are there. There are two types, vegetative buds and floral buds. Once again, vegetative buds and floral buds are present. Then I will discuss about venation. You know venation? There are two types of venation. There are reticulate venation and parallel venation. Here we see here, this is the reticulate venation. This is the reticulate venation. This reticulate venation can be seen in only dicots, but some monocots are also like. They are smilax and dioscorea. Smilax and dioscorea. Smilax and dioscorea. Dioscorea. These two are belongs to the monocotyledons, but mainly reticulate venation can be seen in only dicots. These are monocotyledon plants, smilax and dioscorea. These two plants can be seen in a reticulate venation. Then parallel venation. This is the parallel venation. This parallel venation can be seen in only monocots, and also some dicots can also be seen. What are they? They are calophyllum and eryngium. Eryngium. Mainly it can be seen in a monocotyledon plants, but some dicots are also seen. They are calophyllum and eryngium. Then I will explain about phyllotaxy. You know phyllotaxy? Yes, exactly. There are three types of phyllotaxy can be seen. They are alternate, opposite and oral. They are opposite, alternate and oral. What are alternate? These are the alternate plants. These are the alternate phyllotaxy. One leaf is here, another leaf is opposite, alternate to the each other. This is the alternate. Then opposite. These are the opposite leaves. One leaf is here, another leaf is here. Both are opposite to each other. Then here oral. These leaves are orally arranged. These are orally arranged. Then we have a different types of leaves are present. They are simple leaves and compound leaves. What are simple leaves? The simple lamina is present is called a simple leaves. This is the simple leaf. In this leaf having a only single lamina. Single lamina is present is called a simple leaf. Simple leaf and compound leaves are present. This is the simple leaf and this is the compound leaf. In this compound leaves are divided into pinnately compound and palmately compound. Here this is the simple leaf and here compound leaves are two types. They are pinnately compound and palmately compound. Here we can see pinnately compound leaf. For example, tamarind leaf, tamarind and neem. These both are belongs to the pinnately compound and palmately compound. What are palmately compound? Double compound leaves. These are the double compound leaf. For example, Marsilia. In this Marsilia plants we can see the palmately compound. Then I will discuss about common flower parts. What is a flower? You know flower? Yes. Flower is a special part of a plant. Flower is a special part of a plant. Flowers are also called as bloom or blossom of a plant flowers. It is having a petals. In this having a petals are all is present. It is very attractive to the insects and it is mainly useful to the reproduction. In simple terms, flower is the reproductive mechanism of an angiosperm. Most flowers have both male and female parts. Here the flower having a both male and female sexual organs is present in this angiosperms. You know, these male and female sexual organs are present in this angiosperms. If only one sexual organ is present here in this plant, in this flower, only one sexual organ is present. He is called monosexual plant. Monosexual plants. And if two sexual organs are present, that type of plants are called bisexual. In monosexual plants, either male or female, only one sexual organ is present. That type of plants are called a monosexual plants. Then in this, if two sexual organs, either both male and female, these both male and female sexual organs are present in this flower, these are called a bisexual flowers or bisexual plants. Reproduction can begin when a flower releases pollen, microscopic packets of genetic material into the air. Understand? The reproduction begins when a flower releases pollen, microscopic packets of genetic material into the air. Here the female sexual organ is called, you know, female sexual organ. Here the female sexual organ is archegonium. This is the archegonium. The female sexual organ is the archegonium and male sexual organ is a antheridium. In this antheridium, anthrozoids are produced. The female sexual organ is called a archegonium and male sexual organ is called a antheridium. After fertilization of these both male and female, both female, both are fused, then it forms a zygote. This is the zygote. This zygote can develop into a embryo. Embryo can develop into a sporophytic plant. Here the gametes are both male and female gametes are fused. Then it forms a zygote. Zygote leads into a embryo. Embryo can develop into a sporophyte. Then you know genome? Yes. single set of chromosomes are called a genome. What is genome? Genome means single set of chromosome. One set of chromosome is called a genome. Each genome having a 7 chromosomes are present. How many chromosomes are present in each genome? 7 chromosomes. 7 chromosomes are present in each genome. In Triticum aestum, what is Triticum aestum? Wheat. You know wheat plant? Wheat. Yes, in Triticum aestum, it is belongs to hexaploid. What is hexaploid? Means in this 6 genomes are present. In this Triticum aestum means wheat plant having a 6 genomes are present. In each genome contains a 7 chromosomes are present. In totally 42 chromosomes are present in the Triticum aestum. In wheat plant 42 chromosomes are present. How 6 genomes are present? In each genome, how many chromosomes are present? 7 chromosomes are present. So totally 6 into 7, 42 chromosomes are present. But in human beings having a 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 means 46 chromosomes. In Triticum aestum, 42 chromosomes are present only. Here human beings 46 chromosomes are present. In this 23 pairs, 22 pairs are somatic chromosomes and one pair is sex chromosomes. In the sex chromosome we have a one X chromosome and another Y chromosome. Sex chromosomes are X chromosome and Y chromosome. These are used to the determination of sex based on these sex chromosomes. In this Triticum aestum only 42 chromosomes are present. Then in this human beings are belongs to the 46 chromosomes are present. Then I will discuss about fruit. You know fruit? Yes, you know fruit. Here this is the fruit. This is the fruit. Fruits are formed in only angiosperms. The fruits can be found in only angiosperms. These are what are fruits? Where it is can be developed? Fertilized ovary. You know ovary? Ovary can be fertilized ovary can be developed into a fruit and fertilized ovules. Here ovules are present. These fertilized ovules are can be developed into a seeds. Fertilized ovary can develop into a fruit and fertilized ovules can develop into a seeds. In these fruits having a walls. Fruit walls are present. This is the fruit. This fruit contains a 3 walls are present. This is the fruit. These 3 layers are present. What are they? They are epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. These 3 layers are present. And you know parthenocarpy? What is parthenocarpy? Means without fertilization ovary. Here having a ovary without fertilization it can be developed into a fruit. For example banana. In banana we have no seeds and these are the called a parthenocarpy. This is about the fruit and seed. So thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.